see my battery's about to die, let me know and I'll hurry things along. Or I'm about to...
You got a full battery.
Awesome. Hello everyone, my name is Specialist Solomon. Today I'm going to do my final speech. It's going to be a persuasive speech. I'm about to start right now. Has censorship on television and in our media networks ruined our society? Have you ever felt constricted by what you are or are not allowed to see while you watch television or surf the internet? In today's speech, I am going to go over and explain to you guys and gals why censorship is not evil. It's just a tool that we are using to change our society for better or worse. I'm going to go over our internet, our news, and our entertainment industry, and how censorship has affected those for better or worse, or not it's really the evil thing we claim it to be. It can be argued that the least censored media in the world right now is the internet. That is due to the fact that every time someone tries to censor something there's always another person who's always going to have a laptop and access to push information out. It's very hard for a country or a person to say, cover it up. And then once it gets on the internet, it's circulated so fast and so far that it just becomes impossible to take it off. And so, but we're still seeing attempts done by governments and corporations to censor things. And even though that's failing due to organizations like WikiLeaks and individuals who just want to push out the truth, what's happening is that governments and agencies and corporations are giving up on censorship and now switching over to surveillance, which in itself is going to be a whole slew of new problems. So instead of trying to stop you from accessing their movie, their news, they're just going to watch you and then come up with fines and or punishments once you've already done it. And as we get older, and even now, you can see the shift happening from censorship to straight up surveillance. And hopefully the scare is what's going to prevent people from accessing information they don't need. Moving on, with the news, such as your ABC, NBC, and your child-friendly Fox News, censorship is happening in different ways. Yes, you could argue that the news media is trying to keep things from you due to corporations, which is happening, but realistically, it's the biases. You can tell what news agencies have what biases just by watching them. You're not going to see Fox News supporting President Obama anytime soon, or any Democratic nominee. And that's just because, due to all the news networks that happen these days, they have to fight for those biases, and that's how they get their views, by catering to that specific target audience. So, but what has this done for us? It's forcing people who want a full view to watch multiple media outlets, and also pushing people toward the internet, which is already the least censored and unbiased form of the news. And so, in that way, censorship is evolving us in that direction. And finally, we have the entertainment industry. How has censorship affected us through the entertainment industry? Well, 50 years ago, there was a lot of racist characters running around. You could argue that the crows from Dumbo would never be seen in today's current media. Vice versa. Even 20 years ago, Bugs Bunny smoking a cigar and getting shot at by Elmer Fudd. Simple things like that you won't see in such clarity these days. They have to hide. One of the best examples of getting around censorship recently is Family Guy. A common gag in the show is saying Jesus Christ and then cutting to the man himself, Jesus Christ. Because due to current censorship laws, you cannot just say Jesus Christ. You have to. So what Family Guy has done is, they, instead of just saying as a swear word, they're referencing the character who's obviously theirs. That's their cutaway gag. They don't do it because it's not only funny, but they do it because they have to, or they wouldn't even get away with saying Jesus Christ in the first place. And so, how censorship has affected our entertainment industry has made us push envelopes to find ways around. And at the end of the day, with censorship, even though it's being pushed, it's constantly being evaded or avoided or just straight up twisted in ways that we as a society can avoid. So in conclusion, censorship is not ruining television and media. Yes, censorship have negative effects on us and as people, but also causing us to evolve and move on. Now, every time something new technology can be compared to crime. Someone buys a gun, we get Kevlar vest. They buy a better gun, we get better Kevlar. Just how people keep censoring, we're going to keep finding ways around that censorship. Hello, my name is Specialist Solomon, and that concludes my speech.
Can I ask a question?
Wait.